Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Entropy. How's everybody doing today? Doing all right?
Good.
Well, you know the entropy is high.
Morgan, Kristen, you both look wonderful. Steven, would it kill you to put a little lipstick on?
I'm very allergic. It would kill me, James. Thank
Oh,
you.
okay.
Oh wow.
no. Okay.
Well then,
We don't want to do that to
Wait.
Steven.
Oh.
excuse me then.
No
Steven.
smooches for Steven. No.
No lipstick. It's got to
Nah,
be
you're right.
natural, like very Ursula squishing the thing. Like
Are you ready for today?
I don't know.
Yeah, when you say it like that,
Yeah, I don't think
Are
I
you-
am anymore.
I
yeah.
was.
definitely
Yeah.
Are
not.
you? Have you prepared yourselves, emotionally and psychologically?
I'm going to tell you right now that the world has already made that. So no, I am not.
The world is pretty wild right now.
Yeah. So let's have a nice
I don't know if I
easy
can do
sesh.
anything in Entropy that's gonna.
Maybe like a cute animal introduction or something.
What's
Just,
going on
that's
right
what I'd
now?
like to request.
Cute animal? Okay.
Yeah. Oh
then.
no.
We can do
What
that.
have I-
Isn't
what have I
instantly
done?
killed.
Yeah. Oh, it's the
We
cutest
can-
thing I've ever seen
I
in my
wouldn't
life.
do that to you.
Like
What
a
is
certain
this?
baby Yeti.
Frigophobia?
Ooh, called out.
Woo.
Y'all did it, not me.
Called. It wasn't y'all. It was Prescott. Come on.
Prescott did nothing wrong.
Well, he did this.
Well, you also said that Corinne did nothing wrong, so I don't know.
And
Well,
I'm
that-
right in
that
both
is a-
ca-
that
in
is a
both
true
cases,
statement,
yeah.
Nope. Nope. All right. I think I took more notes last session than I have for any session so far.
Oh, we did a lot last
all
session. There
last
wasn't any
session.
combat or anything, but there was a lot of
Oh wow.
yeah, there was a lot.
Too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Are you saying you want to do a recap, Morgan?
I can do it too.
Got her.
yeah, you did it to yourself.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Or would you rather? I mean, you don't have to.
I can do it too. I took notes.
Be an inspiration for it.
Okay.
Okay. So
That was
last
easy.
session, we are in absolution, and there's vegetation just flourishing everywhere at an
Mhm.
unnatural pace. We went around and explored a little. Met a guy named Trent. He's the chef in the dining hall. We learned about Redford some more, and that he has 5 children: Isabel, Winona, Charisse, Flynn, and Corinne.
Oh, I wrote them all down.
He recommended a ridge northwest of the city proper for us to camp that night because the campground and bunkhouse were both full. We made note that there is no wall around Absolution, and it's kind of been insinuated to us that those individuals that find their way here either assimilate and enjoy this way of life or are expelled by Redford through unspoken means, but I mean, he's a badass, so we can only assume.
Probably just cast banishment on them as soon as they
Oh no.
We met Turnock in
Hmm?
Absolution, a strange lizard folk individual. We got some information from Redford about the hearth. He explained that there was, when he went several years ago, some sort of giant tentacle monster. Said that with the helmets that Kavinsky has provided for us, we'll probably have about 60 feet of visibility. Explained to us how to get there. Tess and Adamand had a sort of aside with Redford where he cast Greater Restoration at Adamand's request on Tess's early manifesting signs of the daughter and hopefully cured her. The physical symptoms seem to subside, but it's going to be sort of a waiting game. Tess told Adamant a little bit about her past and why, despite being so young, she had those symptoms manifesting because she had been born and raised in the wastes. Filler. We camped under the stars that night for the first time, seeing how beautiful they were and witnessing a sort of pink and purple aurora borealis type light show in the sky. The next morning, when we set out to go to the hearth, Redford was standing by our motorcycles with an individual named Bisbee, who had outfitted them with lights to help us see through the slag on our travels. We pressed out into the wasteland heading for the hearth, and about 8 hours in, encountered a strange wooden structure with a steeple upon it. Upon closer investigation, we discovered that this was a church of Lathander, only Lathander's name had been crossed out and the symbol of Saros graffitied over it. Tess snuck closer and heard a sermon being given, an individual saying, Saros doesn't want to be seen. He banished the false gods, punished those in Scythia. And when Tess finally got eyes on this individual, she saw he and all the assembled congregation were wearing blindfolds.
Oh
And
no.
as Tess very stealthily peeked through the door,
Very
this
stealthily, yes.
individual still sort of honed in on her position and greeted her as the assembly, all blindfolded, simultaneously turned their heads towards her. And that's where we left off.
Steven, you're killing me.
No,
I'll die.
don't.
It's so good.
What are you talking?
I would like to
You're killing
interject
me.
and rewind. We learned a little bit more about Tess when we met Turnock. Tesselae seemed to have an undue hatred of all lizard folk, which might explain
Yeah.
the off-screen knowledge that we have that she slit those lizard folks' throats. Perhaps there's some lizard folk pain in her backstory.
Yeah, maybe so.
Uncover.
Oh my
Ooh.
God. She's
All right, now
you can
back to where she's about
sympathize
to
with
die, so we'll
murder.
never get to resolve that. Go.
Join us, Tess.
And then Adam, I also have in my notes
Fuck
that,
off, Steven.
Oh, go ahead.
that we helped like with invasive species around the town. Adam, did you actually do that, or did you just help? Did you
I
offer to help?
Offered to, and they were like, it's a full-time job, whatever.
Okay.
We'll just heal you for free. And I was like, I don't have to do anything. I mean, I was gonna do work. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah.
You'll have time for that later, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
If we survive.
Yeah.
If you survive. Yeah.
That's like the post-credit scene.
Just Adam,
Weeding.
just
This
we-
is awful, Turnock.
All right, so Tess, you walked up to the doors, which were ajar.
Oh.
You looked in. There's a man standing near a pulpit at the front at the back of this room, and there's maybe 100 people in there, and there are mostly humans, but you see different D&D races in there. There's a few dwarves and halflings and everything else that you'd see in Scythia. All different ages, different genders. You see men, you see women, you see children in there. They're all wearing blindfolds. And the last thing that the man at the back of the room said was, I see we have newcomers among us.
come forward to meet Saros.
Okay, hang on one second. I got to think for this.
I think it was just me up there so far, and y'all were waiting outside with the bikes. Like
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the last thing, I have the quote was, I sense there are newcomers, come forward to meet Saros. So I assume you are
I mean, they undoubtedly heard the motorcycles.
yeah.
Yeah.
Something they must know that either we were coming, like they have spies, or they did something like divination to know.
I imagine we're like pretty close outside the door, ready for something.
Yeah, most likely they had scouts out and saw us coming from a mile away.
I don't know if they saw us per se.
There we go.
Sensed us.
They sensed us.
Oh, what the fuck,
No.
James?
You know that thing where you lose your sight and all your other senses are heightened? That's what they did. They pulled that shit off.
They
on
got that
us.
blind sight, but so do we because we trained for it.
Mm.
So
James.
when you come in, or when they notice you, Tess, the people who turn around and look at you, they all lift up their blindfolds and look at you like that. But the man at the front doesn't.
Do any of them have weapons that I can see from a cursory glance?
Roll a perception for me.
24.
Okay, so the people in the pews look like commoners for the most part. They're dressed a lot like they were in Schliedel, very austerely. There are a couple of guys up near the front that look like toughs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they're up near the front. There's only 2 of them. Everybody else in the room looks like they would have commoner stats in D&D.
Is this like a standard church layout as we might imagine it, with like
Yes.
2 sets of pews and a
Mm-hmm.
aisle?
Exactly.
I will emerge from my hiding place and take a couple steps in, gesturing before I step into pure line of sight for my party to slowly come forward. But I will sling my crossbow back on my back and just sort of cross my arms and grin towards the end and say, wait. Micah, I presume?
You are correct.
I have heard that you do the good work of spreading the word of Saros across the land.
Please come in. Tell your companions to come with you as well. All are welcome.
All right, sure. I found Micah, the priest.
Ooh,
Oh.
Micah, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind. Hey, Micah. Hey, Micah.
Please
yeah.
don't let us interrupt. It sounded like you were in the middle of something.
Have a seat. Have a seat.
I will just lean back against the wall inside the door.
I go to sit in like the last pew like the cool kids do. And,
There is some room
ready-
in the
ready
very
to-
last
ready
pew.
to-
Yeah, there's some room.
ready to leap up and run away.
It sounds like our newcomers have already heard about Saros. The blind god. Saros will never judge you. Saros does not expect anything from you. You do not have to make sacrifices. You do not have to pray. And yet Saros is there.
I lean over to Vorty. Well, Sorrels kind of judged me last time when I used that magic in town to save their town.
Let's hope
Yeah.
Micah hasn't heard about that one.
Yeah.
Micah has a book in his hand, by the way, as he's talking.
Mm-hmm.
What's it gonna do? Throw that book at us or something?
In
Is
a manner of speaking.
there any like little pamphlets or anything in front of me in the pews?
No,
Like,
nothing
I'm
like
trying
that.
to
Like a
save
hymn
you.
book or something? No, nothing.
Yeah, like the
that.
hymn book is there. I just want to see some songs of sorrows. You know.
There's a slot where, you expect the hymn book would have gone, but there's nothing there.
Gotcha.
Saros came to the world 50 years ago and banished all the false gods from this land. Because 50 years ago, people forgot. They were using magic. And you can see what it has wrought. Now, I know that some of you may have magical tendencies yourselves, but you have to suppress that urge.
Mm.
You only have to look a little ways to the south to see where Saros laid his finger upon the continent.
But I thought you just said it was magic that did that.
Well, Yes, it was. With Sorrow's intervention. Do you see Lathander here among us now? No. Do you see Bahamut? Do you see Tyr? They have all abandoned this continent. The only one here is Saros. And Saros will never judge you. Saros only asks that you blind yourself to the mysteries of nature.
So Cyrus won't judge us, but he definitely judged the other gods, though, right?
Yes, but you are not gods.
That's a very good point.
You do not have anything
That's
to
a
worry about.
very,
from
very
Saros.
good point. But he's not going to judge me, though, right?
Vorty's over there being like, he low-key makes sense.
All Saros asks is that you eschew all forms of magic. That's all.
Oh, but then
Is
if
that
you
so
don't, he will judge you.
Not directly, my son. He will not reach his finger down and touch you individually.
I just need a map, like a flow chart for the shit that's going to go down. Like if
Yeah.
you make a choice, A, B, C,
Is
Nash
that your
moved
job,
over-
Micah?
judgment.
Are you the one that
Judgment, not
punishes
judgment.
those that violate your god?
Me? No, of course not.
Insight check.
Have at it.
Oh, classic.
Nash leans over to Adman and
You is lying.
Got a 5.
Oh
I can hear
man,
you.
it's me.
I'm listening.
oh, okay. Oh, sorry. Leans over and says, "This guy sounds a lot like Headmaster Echo."
With the exception.
And you're the dumb one?
With the
I think
exception.
you're the smart one. I'm with you. I scoot over next to like, what you think? So what else you think?
They're always telling us not to use magic. That's all this guy's yelling about.
Oh,
with the exception of the
but then
fact
they
that
they secretly use it. They
with
secretly
the
use it.
exception that the scholars are very obviously hypocrites.
Right. So then maybe that is like the running theme. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
don't do it. Like, do as I say, not as I do.
I step forward and fold my arms over the back of their pew and just lean my head between Vorty's and Adamant's and whisper, maybe this isn't the place to discuss that? And lean back again.
Children of sorrows, will you come with me?
Where?
Sorry, what?
See where sorrows touched this land.
Oh,
Oh, so he's gonna take us to the heart?
Have you been there yourself, Micah?
Yes, many times.
oh,
And did you
no.
not encounter a creature there?
I encountered Sorrows himself.
Oh no.
Micah, can you, excuse me, Roscoe here. Can you see?
No, I cannot.
How many fingers am I holding up?
I have
Jesus
no
Christ,
idea.
Roscoe.
Okay. Just checking.
Oh no.
Congregation, let's stand up. Everyone stand up. Everybody does. Let us make the pilgrimage to the holiest of holies. Let us see for ourselves what Sorrows has wrought in Scythia. Anthony Crenshaw, can you help me, please?
Come on, Anthony.
So there's two guys up front that I mentioned before. Okay, that's enough of this.
Wait. Crenshaw?
That's enough of that.
Anthony.
Wasn't Crenshaw one of the Ickerman boys?
Not that I know of.
Oh.
He probably just reused the name and didn't realize.
I don't think I've used that name before. Those two guys
Someone's
up
second
front.
cousin.
One of them is a human male, and he doesn't look very old. He might be 16.
Mhm.
He's got a long sword slung on his back. And then the other one is an orc, like a full orc.
Cringe.
And the orc brings over a staff or a walking stick to Micah. Micah makes his way down the aisle through the middle, and as he does, people start to follow him.
We didn't see any vehicles outside, right?
No.
Adaman, something tells me they're going to go one way or another. Should we ride ahead and try to remove any dangers in their way?
I guess that would be right charitable. That's probably the right thing to do. Yeah.
It is our path anyway.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and have a little chat with Micah about that. I mean, apparently he's been there before and been unscathed. That's real suspicious. But yeah, that's definitely something that we ought to do.
We're going to be in charge of all of them now.
No, we will be making sure that the path ahead is safe, but they have their own personal responsibility to be safe in the wastes. We have a responsibility to each other, and we can make it our mission to make sure their path is clear. But I didn't sign on for this. This is nuts.
50 people is a lot of people to
Yeah.
watch out for. Something we're not quite prepared for, supplies-wise.
Yeah. All right. Do we want to talk to Micah? As everyone's moving forward, surging forward, I guess.
I'm going to leave that to you. Tess is making for her bike.
Okay, yeah.
As Micah gets closer, he's dressed very simply. He's got a white shirt buttoned almost to his throat, wearing suspenders and slacks. You don't see any kind of weapons or anything like that.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a cloak on. His hair is cut extremely short.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, there's the blindfold.
Right.
And he's supporting himself on the stick that Crenshaw handed him. Speaking of which, Anthony and Crenshaw are both pretty close to him, almost flanking him.
Yeah.
As they walk down the aisle. As he walks down the aisle, the people file out of the pews and follow him.
Yeah. I very non-threateningly kind of sidle up, and I'm like trying to keep pace with him. And I'm like, well, I'm Scholar Adaman. It's a pleasure to meet you. We were actually heading in the same direction. If you think that it's going to be safe for these people, we can ride ahead if that doesn't interfere with your religious ceremony.
He doesn't stop walking, but he's leaning on his stick pretty heavy.
I'm keeping
as he
pace.
goes.
I'm not trying to slow him down. Yeah,
You call yourself a scholar,
that's right.
so you are an academic.
Yes.
You have read the works of man.
Yes. And its folly.
Well, I imagine you will be very interested in what you're going to see at the hearth today.
Well, that's the whole goal. Yes, sir.
I assure you there is no danger, not for those that follow Saros anyway.
I see. Well, this sounds like a marvelous opportunity for me to observe in safety, as long as the blanket of sorrows can be extended to a couple of academics.
I mean, I cannot speak for the god myself.
Hmm.
James, as Adaman and Micah and his Goonies exit and pass closer to the bikes,
Mm-hmm.
can I just scan what I can see of Micah, Crenshaw, and Anthony to see if they're exhibiting any physical manifestation of daughter?
Yeah, I'd roll a perception
Any
for me.
lumps, any discoloration? Okay. 21.
Okay, on Micah, like I said, his hair's cut very short. He's wearing a collared shirt, but above that he's got nothing. There's no cloak, There's no, head covering. There's nothing. It's almost like he's daring the slag, right?
Mhm.
And the same with most of his followers. And when you get a good look at him when he goes by, you can see that he does have lumps on the back of his head.
Okay. Okay.
Anthony, no.
Okay.
Crenshaw, no as well.
Okay.
At least nothing visible.
Yeah.
How old does Micah look?
30s? Early 40s, maybe? Hard to say. He's about, he's somewhere between 5.5 and 6 feet tall. He's not a tall man. And he walks with a little bit of a limp. He's supported by his staff. You notice that Crenshaw has a big axe slung on his back, and then Anthony has a longsword on his back. And they're dressed a little differently than the rest of them are. They look like they're ready for something.
Trouble.
They're ready for something, whatever that is.
Mhm.
Okay. I'll just make note of that and go hop on my bike and rev it a couple times.
Yeah, I'll go over, and I'd like to circle up with the pentacle here. All right. So here's the thing. I got the tingles up my spine. I kind of believe this guy. I know that's nuts because we're supposed to, use empirical evidence. I think that if these guys walk in with this fellow at the lead, there might not be any trouble. Now we can ride ahead because that might be the more responsible thing to do. But since we are not followers of Saros, this could turn into something super dangerous. If we stay back and watch, maybe we can learn something and there won't have to be any danger. But that's if you believe what this admittedly maybe crazy man is saying.
He has signs of impairment of his judgment,
Oh, shit.
and I don't want us to be wrong and risk letting
Oh.
these people walk into a sacrificial ritual of some sort.
Okay, nope, I forgot about the symptoms of the daughter. And now would like to ride ahead of this crazy man before he leads these people to a slaughter.
I don't want to pick a fight with him.
Right.
As
I
long
agree.
as he has no ill will against Absolution or any that would not join his
That's
cause.
something that I feel like Absolution's a very existence would eventually become an effrontery to this man. And
I agree,
seeing the
which is why I
power
don't
that
want
he
to mention it in front of him.
holds sway over these people could become a very big problem. So I think it's very important that most of us, all of us, is always the goal, survive to warn Absolution about this congregation that is so close to them.
Well, let's ride ahead a mile and stop. You can use your stone to let Ulrich know what we know already.
Sounds good. Let's do that.
Ask him.
Mhm.
It might be worth deploying another pentacle now, just in case things go poorly.
We'll let Ulrich know, and I think we can. Does Kaminsky have a radio, James?
You don't know.
Mother crapper! When we didn't talk to him about it, that's fine.
We can ask Ulrich to get
We
word.
can radio Ulrich, and then it's Ulrich's job to coordinate shit, anyways. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ulrich may not be too keen on talking to Kaminsky, but
Oh well, if then he better give me his radio signal. Anyways, we do that then, and I will repeat to Micah, we're just riding ahead to make, and to Anthony and Crenshaw, we're just gonna ride ahead, make sure y'all don't run into any trouble. Does that sound amenable?
Are you talking to Anthony and Crenshaw right now?
Anthony, Crenshaw, and Micah, if any of the three are willing to respond.
Micah stops walking and Crenshaw holds back.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Micah keeps walking, I mean.
Okay.
Crenshaw holds back to talk to you. If you're wondering how he knew you were there, your machines sound like a horde of angry wasps.
Yep.
Everybody knew you were there.
Right.
He does have pretty eerie senses now and then. But everybody knew you were there.
eerie.
Right. I don't think that he's some sort of super mystic, but have you been to this site that he's been to before?
Yeah.
All right, and it was safe for you
He
to
does
go
this
there.
once a week.
Well, hell, that's why I'm here, is just to see it. Is there any danger?
Oh, it depends on how close you get.
Very good. Well, we will ride ahead ways and then wait for you. Sound good?
If that's what you want to do, go ahead and do it.
All right. We do
Tess
that.
goes ahead and
Yeah.
rides.
All right. So you guys hop on your bikes
Mm-hmm.
and you go south in the direction it seems that Mike is walking.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else is walking. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's why we're gonna really outpace them. We have time to do what we want to do without getting to our destination.
You make it about 1 kilometer
Mm-hmm.
and you come across a ridge.
Okay.
And there's a step down of about 10 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this would be a good place to check in with Ulrich, I think.
Yep.
What do you want to say to Ulrich?
What's his call sign? And what's our call sign?
Ulrich, Pentacle 25.
Janitors to Ulrich. Janitors to Ulrich. Come in.
Yes.
You have to say over, Ulrich. Over. No, okay. No, Ulrich. All right. I fill him in on this situation and then be like, apparently this group of people is able to safely go in. Do you want us to proceed ahead? There's also seems to be a religious connotation of anti-magic and darkness, which could be a problem to Absolution, our ally and giver of all of the good foods.
Look, Adaman,
Mm-hmm.
I say just follow him in and see what happens. Your job isn't to protect these religious wackos.
Ask him if he believes in sorrows. Ask him.
No, we don't believe in sorrows.
Don't.
But we have gotten reports of a new god.
Yeah.
But whatever information you can glean from them would be excellent.
Yes. Science over compassion. Right. Understood. I will take your advisement under consideration. And yeah, I go back and tell my friend, I mean, you guys are standing right there. Well, you heard him. That is the callous way to go about this, but if it's been safely done, and Crenshaw assures me that it is true, and he doesn't look like he's off his nutter, we could just watch and return, and that's mission accomplished, really. What do you think?
I think I'd still like to get there first to get an idea of what they're walking into.
All right, but remember, they know how close safe it is to go, and we don't. So we'd have to make a judgment call. I'm okay with that. I think that is honestly the more noble thing to do. I'm very proud of you, Tess.
I would like to point out one thing.
Mm-hmm.
You make it to this ridge, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a 10-foot step down, like a little
Right.
like small cliff.
Right.
Everything you've heard about the hearth, you hear that it gets darker as you get towards it because the slag is thicker.
Right.
But it's not getting darker. If anything, it's getting lighter.
Oh.
We're not wearing our helmets yet, are we?
No, we haven't needed them.
Yeah. Mm.
That is pretty weird, actually. This is opposite of all reports. Interesting. Well, something's going on. And I think we need to observe and report it. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think that's what I think. I think we're here to, I feel like we already put our lives on the line for these guys at least once. Happy to do it again, but
But if we stay close by, we can do that again.
Yeah.
We don't have to ride around blind. We can just walk the bikes alongside them. And
Yeah, I mean,
if things go poorly, we'll be there to react.
I've never seen a god before, so I'd like to see what happens.
This could be pretty cool. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Is there any degree of cover around a large rock, a thicket of scrub, anything that we could just hide the bikes behind?
There's always scrub around.
Mhm.
Anything that concentrated though, that thick?
You could roll a survival check for me.
Ooh.
Sure.
Are our scholars cloaks like elven cloaks where we could drape them over the bike and they kind of just automatically blend in with the bleak landscape?
You could, but then you wouldn't get the benefit of the scholar's cloak.
It's tough. Save the bikes or save ourselves.
Bikes.
Nash, you want to help me find a place to stash our bikes?
You really want to try and get in there without our bikes?
How would we get them back out of this?
I figured we were going to have to leave the bikes behind if we're going to go in. They go in on foot.
Oh, yeah,
I don't think there is a
flag.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
We can go more quietly without them as well.
Yeah.
22.
Yeah, you can find a spot, Nash.
Okay.
Maybe you got a handlebar or something sticking out, but yeah, unless you came directly across them, you wouldn't know they were there.
All right. So we
I'll
hide the
use
bikes.
extra cloak that I got back since it didn't get sold to drape it over any conspicuous
Okay.
bike.
And then I think we'll just kind of pass out that safety gear we have. How many of those do we have, by the way?
The helmets?
Yeah.
We have one for each of us.
Okay, cool. And then just kind of shoulder our packs and wait for the Sarosians to catch up to us.
Do we still want to wait?
I think that one, if we want to keep them safe from themselves, we being close by would help. Two, if we observe and something amazing happens and nobody gets hurt, then it's a win-win.
Yeah, agreed.
I kind of just want to listen to them talk more, too.
Okay.
Suit yourselves.
We're
I'll
not-
be close, and I will step up to the ridge and drop down and try and stealth 60 feet up along the ridge.
Okay. You passed the helmets out, and those of you who haven't seen them yet, Vorty, there is one that'll fit over your horns and everything. It seems like it was made for somebody much bigger than you. And then the rest of you, like, you know, one of the helmets will fit you. It's got a scalloped edge on the bottom that your cloak will fit over.
Cool.
And there's a rectangular viewing window that when you flip a switch on the side of the helmet, it glows pink, neon. And then there's a spot with an air filter in it.
So I'm just hiding about 60 feet away, waiting for the Sarosians to show up, and I'm going to trail them, hopefully out of sight. I got
Okay.
a 23 on my stealth.
All right. It takes a while.
Yeah, they're walking.
Yeah.
They're walking, and Micah is leading the procession. So
Yeah.
a while later, I mean, you rode up on your bike, so you know, kilometers not that far on a bike, right? But walking,
It
Takes
is.
a little while.
Yeah.
But after a while, they approach.
Mhm.
They pass by, and Micah seems to know where a spot where they can go down the ridge is
Yeah.
on foot. without too much
Fall.
trouble. He finds a little spot. You know, you ever gone to the beach and there's that sand dune and there's a spot where everybody walks down, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's little, yeah. He
We
walks
fall
down
in
that,
we fall in with the pilgrims.
and off they go.
Yeah. Here we go.
Okay. You go down the ridge. You're walking along with everybody, and it's a fairly slow walk. You're not sure how far it is to the hearth from here because you're not sure where you were when you got to the church. You're a little bit lost. But as you walk, it is noticeably getting lighter, not darker. And
Okay, go ahead.
it's getting warmer.
I turned to Vorty. Hey, Vorty, watch my back here. And I turn off my helmet and I go, we don't need these.
What?
You look kind of stupid with them on.
I actually think you look really cool, Nash. Like, this is, I didn't know I was into this, but this is nice. This is kind of weird. Yeah. But I don't think we need them.
None of them have them on.
Every book I read in the library where the people took their helmets off, that's when they start to die.
You know what? Vorty's right. Let's play it safe. And I put back on my helmet and I turn it back on. But I continue on with it. Vorty's the voice of reason.
Yo, you were giving me this alien moment. Like,
Yeah.
we can take our like, is this Prometheus? Like, that's off. Like, put that shit back on.
Shit back on. You know it's gonna get into your
Sure, if you
throat.
can breathe, that's when things come in. Like, no, put that back on.
Take your helmet off and poke this alien egg and see what happens.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Okay.
I was like, put that shit back on.
put that shit back on. Okay. Okay.
That is locked tight for a reason.
Mhm.
Roscoe, his helmet's still on, but every now and then he like takes it off and just gets a breath of that slag.
Sweet, sweet slag.
Because you gotta get that slag.
As you walk along with the group, you notice that the ground underfoot isn't so much soft anymore. It's hard, almost crunchy. And
He's rolling on the random encounter table.
Nash, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
What?
That's my specialty. Okay. I don't know, 25.
Okay. So you're walking along, Nash, you're on the outskirts of this group. And you hear a you go, huh, and you step to the side, and a geyser of water shoots up out of the ground where you were standing a moment ago. It's really hot water. You can see the steam coming off it as it comes out of the ground and shoots up in the air about 30 feet.
No one else is in that spot, right? No one got hurt? Okay. Yeah, the man probably take a note about these odd
Yeah, that is.
whale spouts here in the ground.
The fact that there are still whales just is terrifying because what do they look like now?
Huge.
Muty whales. Ah! Truly, Nash was the
It's that
bravest of us.
weird half dolphin thing we saw the other day.
Oh yeah, with sharp teeth. All
Mhm.
right. But anyways, yeah, got it. Water emerging from ground.
Very hot.
What the hell is going on?
I don't know. These could be anywhere though. They've never encountered anyone getting hurt from this.
I don't know.
I look over at one of the Saros followers that are, I'm sure, inevitably nearby since we're kind of cluttered within. Have you ever seen something like this before? But I talk. Oh, have you ever seen something like this before? Because I have my helmet on. So I can't even talk loud.
I'm sorry, are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Yes, all the time. And at that moment, a geyser on the other side of the crowd goes off. We just follow Micah. He knows where to go.
Okay.
Soros guides him, and we follow Micah.
But like hot water, like that's like the land preparing itself. This is
And as you're
interesting.
walking pretty slow. It's after riding our bikes everywhere. It's kind of agonizing, really. But as you walk, it continuously gets lighter. The slag is less dense, and off in the distance, you can see a light source.
This is not at all what we expected to see.
No, this is amazing. I'm really glad that we came out here.
We're not like wading through slag or anything, right? We're just walking
No.
on the
The
ground.
slag is getting less.
Oh, that's amazing. I was worried I'd have to ride on your shoulders, Adam, man.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I was really looking forward to the artwork for that, but that's fine. We don't need that.
More embarrassing than being the only ones with these hats. Ding.
If we get to the end of our goal and everything is fine, we can take off the hats, Nash. Nash, is it just you just really want the wind flowing through your hair?
Mhm.
Like you think these Sarosians are going to be eyeing you? Is that what you're doing?
Yes.
Yo, I don't
Why
trust
wouldn't
these
they be?
people.
Speaking of wind,
Mm.
it's not particularly windy,
Mhm.
but there is a gust. You feel the wind shift every now and then, and when it does, it feels hot.
This is amazing.
Mm.
This is nothing at all what I expected. Though, I mean, to be honest, and now we're trying to be quiet amongst ourselves. I didn't read much on magical theory. I don't know what the hell is going on.
James, would I have in my reading in the countless hours in the library have encountered anything about different terrains like this?
Yeah, maybe. What's your question?
Can I roll a survival check to determine if this is a natural occurrence?
Yes.
Thank you.
You mean between natural and magical?
Yeah,
Okay.
Like we're on a
or
fault.
even man-made.
Okay.
13 or an 18? 18. So what's 18? 20, 18 plus 9. 27?
Okay, well, you don't see any way that this could possibly be man-made,
Yeah.
first of all.
Okay.
You got geysers of water, which continue to go off every now and then, but the people are just threading their way through them without getting hit.
Is it like a fault line?
As you keep walking, and again, the ground is, it doesn't feel soft like soil anymore. It feels kind of rocky and crunchy. And it continues to get lighter as you walk. So there's no way it could be man-made. As to whether it's magical or not, you don't get that. You don't get a spidey sense as to whether it's magic. Feels more like I guess a natural occurrence of some sort.
Does it seem volatile?
Yes.
Okay.
Roscoe's just enjoying the warm breeze flowing through his open shirt.
His chest hair. Yeah.
So you follow Micah's group. The light gets lighter, brighter. The slag gets less dense as you walk. And it gets hotter. It gets uncomfortably warm. At some point, you're not sure. You're so fascinated by everything around you. It could be hours later. It could be. You come across another ridge, and down below you, you see it. It is the hearth. But there is no tentacle monster. There is a caldera.
Okay.
About 100 feet across. It's filled with lava.
Okay, do we take this off now?
Yeah, we can take them off now.
He's like, this is pretty hot. And I'm like,
yeah,
I'm like,
okay. We
okay.
take off our
I'm
helmets.
Looking this shit, like,
Looking at all the other Sarosians. who aren't
everyone
wearing
is like,
helmets.
fine. Like, you know what? This is
Like,
stupid.
yeah, there's plenty of
This is stupid.
fodder if there's an alien that's gonna try and plan on us. Maybe
Yeah,
they'll
yeah,
give
yeah.
us
It's like,
Sarosians.
okay, now I'm not cooking anymore in here.
So, Nash, you can let the wind float through your hair if you want.
Like my
slag
horns can
isn't-
come off. Like, I'm like stretching, I'm like massaging my scalp. Like,
The slag isn't completely gone, but it's so thin as the you can see the sky.
Really?
I'm taking notes, copious amounts of notes.
Okay.
Yes.
Run up to what is it, Crenshaw?
Uh-huh.
How long has this lava been here? This crater?
As I've been aware of it.
You all come here every week.
As I know, it's always been here.
So what? At least 20 years. I mean, how long have you been coming here?
Oh, me? 6 months.
Okay, at least 6 months worth of lava. Okay.
And I think that's where we'll take our first break.
Yeah. That's actually really good information, though. Like, thank you, Steve.
Is it just me, or
you
did
sound
some
so
of us
smart.
have dreams about always in telling us or showing us lava fields?
I think it was specifically Adaman.
Yeah.
Just okay. I knew
Yeah.
somebody. Okay.
So I have to remember to reach up. I don't know when, but you guys can scream it at me when it happens.
Now and then Adaman's walking and he's just like
Adaman's vision was of a slagless dark night, and he heard a disembodied voice that said he would need to make a choice. And it took him to a caldera and said, quote, "When the time comes, reach up." When he asked how he would know when, it simply responded, "You will know," and introduced itself as always.
cool.
How about Roscoe's? You write Roscoe's down?
Yes.
Steve is like, great.
Roscoe also has a dream of always, but she instructs him to reach out rather than to reach up.
Yeah, I think I was just in like the plains the whole time.
Man, when Absolution finds out that they can harvest geothermal energy from a volcano, they're gonna freak out.
Here's the problem:
Yeah.
is they have to get past the Sarosians, and that the Sarosians are going to be in the way of progress.
Yep,
They are.
I know it.
I
They
just
are
think it's
very
funny.
anti-progress.
I just think it's funny. Vorty hasn't had a dream because it's just assumed that he's gonna reach down.
Oh, girl.
I haven't had a dream yet either, so
I'm just gonna reach down, baby. We're gonna
Down.
reach down. You know what I'm saying?
Vorty,
just
stop
doesn't
that.
want to deal with me and Bordy.
We're gonna reach. That's what it is. It's like we are gonna reach down.
Yeah.
Get down. Get down.
These two are.
Like,
Oh, no. Oh, no.
All right. Well, let's take a little 5-10 minute break. We'll be back in a minute.
All right. Steven's not ready. Yep, he's back.
Right.
There he is. There he is.
Yeah, we're back.
Steven, come back from outer space.
So Micah keeps walking. He goes almost up to the very edge.
Real quick, from her slightly removed vantage point, does Tess see any other life forms in or around this caldera as she scans with the scope on Bad News?
Nope.
Okay.
Children of sorrows, behold the unmaking. As he says that, around the rim, some of the ground falls into it.
You said the awakening?
The unmaking.
I feel like we're getting sacrificed here.
Yeah.
But this is a straight up.
And we walked
Sure.
right into it.
This is like Joe versus the volcano.
Look, first of all, if these commoners want hands, like I got hands for days, so we gonna walk out of here.
I don't think it's the commoners we're gonna have to worry about.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
It's whatever's coming out of that caldera.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, I'm just gonna
Micah-
reach up. I'll be fine.
is that gonna keep happening? Has that been happening for a long time?
Every few minutes, around the rim, a few feet of ground falls into it.
So that's just expanding,
Yep.
Okay.
That's
sort of like entropy
possibly
in a way.
bad. Oh wow. Okay.
Well, I
You
didn't
can't
call it-
say it.
Beat
You,
to it.
you can't
You beat
say
me
it.
to
Well, I didn't call it that just because it sounded cool.
You beat me to it. But I was gonna say more like, is this global warming? Environmental effects.
Hmm.
They're real.
It's so hard being a dumb character during this right now. Like trying to stay in my core. Not asking the questions I want to ask.
This is your thing, girl. Right?
You can ask whatever questions you want,
Yeah.
Kristen.
Do it. Yeah.
You're Nash
Like
is
all
a
of a sudden,
Yeah, you're
all of
a
a sudden
nature
Nash is
person.
inspired, right? Nash is inspired. like,
Nash is a
what?
college-educated woman.
Yeah.
All of a sudden. Hey, we are scholars, by the way.
Yeah.
You know, it
Scholars.
may have been that obscure book you read.
Yeah, that stuff you're
Yeah.
reading under your sheets at night that you hid from everybody. Who knows what that was?
And whatever questions Kristen wants to ask, I might not be able to answer.
Yeah.
You know, hey,
James won't know, so you're fine.
Gross.
Seize the moment. Seize the moment.
What do you think of this, Nash?
Mm.
Ah, come on.
Just listening.
Okay.
I thought you were going to say something like, well, the seismic activity in the area, blah, 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 blah. When you compare the ratio of Earth eroding to the...
I think Kristen probably knew what was happening as soon as I talked about geysers.
Yeah, that's why that was this is cool. Just
And there
keep
was the
going.
earthquake before. I
So
did.
what is-
I did consult with Mr. Jason Meadows about this, who is a
Mhm.
geologist.
Nice.
So-
See rocks.
It seems to me like, wow, this, it's clearing up the slag, but it's eating up. It's collapsing in. Is it just like forming a volcano, James? Is that what it seems like is going on here, or no?
Except it's not coming out of the. It hasn't formed like a pimple like a volcano
Right,
normally does.
right.
It's flat, and the ground is falling into it.
Mm-hmm.
You're not sure how far it goes.
Mm-hmm.
And there is magma at the bottom of this caldera.
Magma, hot liquid magma.
Hot magma.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of turn to Adamant and I say, we should keep an eye on how fast that ground is sinking in.
Good idea. We'll make some notes.
Is
here.
it? So
We
the
should-
caldera, is it like a fairly symmetrical kind of circular
Yeah, it's
type
pretty
of
round.
area, right?
Okay.
But it's not like a fracture. It's not like a crevice or something like that. It's like a full-on circle that's happening.
Pretty full on circle, yeah.
All right.
And it's
And
about
as it
100 feet in
erodes-
diameter at the moment.
And it's
Okay.
eroding very symmetrically, like it's breaking off very like pieces around.
Yeah, more or less.
Interesting.
Okay.
Okay. That's bad.
This is actually not able to harness geothermal activity. We might have to halt this process.
Well, it's obviously growing.
hmm
Tess is gonna pull out her field journal and some charcoal and just make a very rough. She's not an artist, but just a rough sketch of what she sees.
Okay, so of the 5 of you, let's do a group survival check.
Sweet.
Okay.
Let the man go.
Since you're all thinking the same thing.
Yes.
Natural 1, but those halflings, they sure are lucky. That'll be an 18 for
Okay.
me.
26.
6.
Dirty 20.
21.
A dirty 22.
All right.
We all look at each other like,
Y'all got really high. Okay. So I know what you're all thinking is, well, how fast is this caving in? How fast is it going to expand? And you figure within a month, if it continues at the same rate it's going now, Absolution will be swallowed up.
it's that close?
What?
Or
Within
it's
a
that
month.
fast? It's
Guys,
eroding that quickly.
And it'll just be, it gets faster and faster the bigger the diameter is.
Yeah. It's going to be an exponential rate of.
Wait a sec. I have a question. This might have been my misunderstanding of the way you explained it, James. But when we first walked up, it wasn't caving in until he made that comment.
No, his comment didn't have anything to do with it. That was just
Is,
It was just okay.
that was
there was-
showmanship. on his
Showmanship.
part.
Yes.
Cool. Yeah, that's
they're
fine.
ta-
Yeah,
they're
if you're gonna be
taking
a preacher,
advantage.
you have to have a good bit of,
Yeah.
Panache.
He's like,
Like, would
he like waited
would
till
we-
one fell in, then he goes, start the speech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and so basically we know that, right? Like he's taking advantage of something that's kind of naturally occurring.
with that kind of survival check, yeah.
Yeah. So we were like, oh, this guy is full of shit.
Now you know what you heard before about what was at the hearth. There was a tentacle monster, the full of slag. Turnock took his helmet off and almost died. Well, his helmet was yanked off and he almost died. You get here, you see something completely different. And there's less slag. Very, very thin. Thin enough that you can see the sky. So
I take a few steps away and let the worshipers worship and radio in all of this information so that if we die, you send another pinnacle played by us.
No, that's a great mitigation plan. I'm all for it.
So with a survival check like you guys got with your group survival check, get the idea that this caldera, this lava, whatever it is consuming the slag.
Can we tell if it's the magma itself or if it's just the heat? Can we tell what exactly is causing it to dissipate?
You could roll an intelligence check for me.
I also, how close are we to this? Like, are we moving in?
Yeah, as close as you want to be.
I would go as
Cool.
close as the
Mike is
Sarosians.
standing near the edge.
Yeah.
Okay,
cool.
I'll go right up with him, and I want to use my magic awareness feature once we resolve this intelligence check.
Okay.
Yeah, Bordy goes to Adam and like clawing on him, like press the button, make the call.
No, he's informing
Yeah.
over while you're doing the
Cool.
intelligence check. Sorry.
I rolled a natural 1, but I'm going to use my inspiration.
Ha
Much better. Straight intelligence,
Yeah.
18.
Okay.
Nice. Very nice.
Would you like to phrase your question very specifically, Morgan?
Can I tell what specifically about this area is causing the slag to dissipate?
Ooh.
Okay. With an 18. You know there was an event in Absolution. Something like 5 years ago.
Mhm.
And you get the idea that perhaps that is what's causing a chain reaction at the hearth. Maybe there was a pocket underground. Islands don't just spring up by themselves, right? There's going to be... And Scythia is an island. It's completely landlocked. So at some time in the past, there was going to be some kind of volcanic action.
With that check, can I assume that it was just the concussive impact that caused like a seismic reaction, or was it due to the arcane nature of what happened?
Roll an Arcana check. Gosh.
None of us have this.
Yeah.
A +2.
Um,
Ooh, better than me. Natural 20. Natural 20. She read that book by Corinne.
That's true.
did.
Right?
You
That's
did.
what we have that for.
Mm.
That's
Thank
true. You did.
That's all your dice.
It's a combination of the two.
Okay.
The hearth, which, as far as you know, used to have a big tentacle monster in it, which was an aberration in of itself, right?
You good?
Reacted,
Okay.
Yeah, it froze for me for a second.
Okay.
not for us.
You're fine.
Yeah. The hearth may have reacted to what happened in Absolution 5 years ago. But the reaction that's happening now is almost completely natural. Almost.
Okay. It was just the initial trigger. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So when I use my magic awareness to detect magic, there's not really anything specific.
No.
Okay.
And you get doing some calculations with your notebooks and your journals and whatnot. You figure in about a month, you'll have gotten big enough, at the rate it's going now, to swallow up Absolution.
And I have radioed this into Ulrich.
And eventually, it'll swallow up the whole continent.
Yes.
Kristen has pointed out to me a couple of times that James, you've created this like wasteland continent that has been destroyed by magic, and it's basically just Iceland.
Well, that's very rude to Iceland.
We all
Well, the
just
southern half. Yeah, the southern half. Sure.
Sorry, Iceland.
We have very many beautiful cities.
All the Icelanders are going to be...
Yeah, all our
cancel us now on
Icelandic
YouTube.
They're gonna be commenting
audience
like
members are like,
crazy, like-
there's a lot of beauty in my country.
There's a lot of beauty in Scythia too. It's
No, there's not. It's awful. Okay, but yeah, I'm radioing this into Ulrich
Okay.
just so that people know.
There's no immediate response. It's like he's trying to make sense of what you're telling him.
He's in the bathroom.
Go tell the smart people, Ulrich.
Question, James.
Yes.
So the magma, there's magma in the bottom of this caldera. Does it seem like it's just because the caldera is so deep, it's getting to those levels of the Earth's crust? Or does it seem like if the entire opening was sealed, it might stop everything? Essentially, if the whole thing were covered with stone, would it just continue to push its way out because it's a fountain? Or is it a...
Hard to say. Kristen may have... Go ahead, Kristen.
well, I was gonna say, is
How
it
would you hypothetically stop this from happening?
Go ahead,
yeah, I
Kristen.
mean, if it's unless it's magical. I mean, this is a fantasy world, so I mean, if we can stop it with a cork, and
Tell
it's
us what would happen with the real world, Kristen. Go ahead.
then that you couldn't do that.
Yeah.
This is taking its natural course. Like, yeah, you can't
yeah,
stop
you
it.
just you can't stop it. But this is not the real world, so
Mhm.
what can we do?
And what don't they have in the real world, Kristen?
Magic. Is it
Uh-huh.
magic?
Magic. Hmm. Okay.
Hmm.
Well,
Do you wonder if you
Can we call a dragon to help us
yeah.
out?
Let's get the dragon in here.
you're thinking
I'm
there
just
may
saying,
not be
but-
a natural means to stop this?
Okay.
Is what? Yeah.
So
Oh my gosh. So the scholars who can't use magic are now forced to do the one thing that we've been
That
told.
they're totally doing anyways, so it's okay. Like it's this. The real problem is the Sarosians. Honestly, like we are already like the hypocrisy is rampant throughout our organization. We're good.
It-
Like I'll just be like, look, guys, we're gonna have to use magic to fix this. You guys are all magical beings and/or magic users. Nobody cares. And then the Sarosians are gonna be like
No, it's.
defilement, and we're gonna be like, oh,
I think
If
this
it would
works
reach
nicely.
absolution within a month,
yeah.
how long would it take to reach Hascoli Lazuli?
Um,
A few more months.
A
Honestly,
year?
it sounds like.
well, you know that absolution is 25 miles away.
Oh, a lot closer than I thought.
Ascoli
I think-
Lazuli is.
You know what I think this
couple
is, you
hundred?
guys? This is beautiful. I think this is really, really beautiful. Vorty's looking at this like, oh, this is amazing. This is so beautiful. It's like full circle, like magic caused this and magic will fix it.
Hmm.
Things come around.
Oh.
This is amazing. This is so
Yeah.
beautiful.
Like
It's
a-
balanced.
Like
Well-
a beautiful butt.
Well, what?
A
Yeah.
beautiful bubble butt.
Beautiful bubble butt.
All right, well, now
Beautiful
I'm kind
bubble.
of now
You
I'm
guys-
following you more than I was before, but still a little confused. Also, I just feel like I'm looking at it right now, among us five, I have no tools in order to solve this at this time.
Mm-mm.
I could try my laser beam thing. Haven't done that in a while.
Let's not piss off the Sorosians. If
I
they
think
leave,
it's
then
probably
yeah, go
it's
ahead,
gonna
yeah.
take music because I read in a book somewhere that everything probably breaks down to its most elemental particles are nothing but bunch of strings, and it's all music anyways.
All right, I like that, 40. If you want to just sing it, shut.
Ah,
I'll wait here.
I'm sure the Sorosians would love that.
Adam, man, sitting there writing in his notebook. Music seems to have no effect.
I'm just gonna have to belt you, bitch. I'm gonna have to belch. I'm gonna have to craft like my masterpiece performance and sing it to save the world.
I like this. I'm in. I'm in.
That's why
it.
you have to reach up. You're gonna give Bordy your power
That's
Mhm.
through his song.
Nah, I'm just holding up a little
it'll be
lighter.
a mega concert. It'll be like Save. It's kind of like when they did like Save Africa concerts and Save the Children concert.
Dave,
This is gonna be like, we are the world. We are the children. We are the ones to make
The Sorosians are standing there.
Everybody
even be
sing.
mad about
Everybody.
this.
It's gonna take all of us singing, bitches. Like,
Sorosians are
Hold
like,
hands,
this is
hold
magic. I
hands.
think this is allowed, honestly. This
it's
is
like,
nice.
girl, you better grab Diana Ross. And you better grab Michael Jackson. Like, just hold their hands.
Nobody's like jumping into the volcano or anything, right?
They're just
worship.
praising it.
No, the children of sorrows have dropped to their knees
Mhm.
From Bordy singing or from Micah?
just from the presence
They
of
believe.
sorrows.
Man, this ain't sorrows.
I'm going to gather some samples of the soil from. How close is Micah? He went right up to the edge, did you say?
He's right up at the edge.
Then I am going to gather a couple of soil samples and not slag, scrub samples if they're available from different proximities to the thing. Sorry, there's a bug right here that I have
Kill
to
it.
kill before it gets
Kill
away.
it. Kill it.
Get your bug cup.
No. Once it has entered the home, it is allowed to be killed.
smear now.
No.
No,
You-
no.
No,
Capture it in a
no.
cup.
I'm okay.
Then you put the paper under a
Oh,
cup.
you hippie.
It
Just
ruined.
let-
It just-
Listen, I didn't want to like.
That's what I do.
I
Yeah.
didn't want to say
It's
it on stream, but it was a roach. We don't spare roaches in this.
Oh, yeah,
house.
they're
No, right.
Oh, no,
That's what I was
roaches
gonna
are-
say.
yeah, they're
it
dead.
depends. It depends on who you are and where you go in my house.
Yeah, no, Roach is dead.
you know, Yeah, some things are
Virtually
like
anything
dead
else
on the
is
spot.
okay, but
There's a spectrum from roaches to spiders. Roaches gotta die, spiders live. And
Now, no, here's the thing.
Well,
Spiders
I had a
live.
spider that I spared for the longest time. I stepped out of the shower. It's sitting there on top of my towel. And I'm like, you wanted to die today, mofo.
really
You
That's what I
asked
think.
for this. And
I
I
think-
That's
killed
what I
it.
say.
Yeah.
I
Like,
think
we can-
every
we can
house should have
live
one
in
spider in
peace.
it.
you gotta have some
Like I think
Well,
it should
They
live
sh-
there
we should.
permanently.
in my house
But-
has probably hundreds.
But she needs to be like in my house, you need to be like
Praise God.
Charlotte. You need to find your corner
Yeah.
and then like give me messages. Like I ate
Well, that
10
is true.
bugs or something. And I'm like,
Yeah, they need
cool,
to stay out of the
girl.
way.
And
Yeah.
then you stay there. But that's about it. I had one spider one time came down the fan over my bed, and I was like, bitch, you dead. Bam. Like,
Yeah.
oh, Prescott, no.
Prescott's all about killing cute things.
Welcome
He
to
messaged
Bug
me on
Talk.
Facebook. I'm about to out you, Prescott. He messaged me on Facebook and said, "Kill the roach like I killed the baby Yeti."
Yes.
Oh,
wow.
no.
Mercifully.
You
That's funny.
monster.
It's the way he did it.
Scott.
He's the right.
He seems so nice,
We're Baby Yeti Killers.
Scott.
It's we're dropping our album next month.
but when pushed,
Baby.
he
Baby
can
Yeti
make the hard
Killers.
decisions.
All right.
So Mike is standing at the edge,
Mhm.
and he's going on and on about Saros. How Saros will unmake the world.
Mhm.
He's going to fall in if he's not careful.
Yeah.
And he stops mid-sentence. It's time to back up.
We all back up.
Quickly.
I'm not even anywhere close. I see what's happening. I'm like, I'm a good like 10 feet away from the edge.
Crenshaw doesn't hesitate. He just grabs him by the waist and picks him up and moves him back. And the 2 or 3 feet at the edge fall in.
Do we notice when he says that? I obviously like run out, but I'd like to like. Do we feel any rumbling? Is there any sort of like auditory sign, or did he just sense it?
Yeah, but his
Like he sensed it.
Okay.
he probably, I mean, if he's actually blind, then he probably could feel small
vibrations.
or
Right, but
something.
I've got no shoes on, so that might help me feel some rumblings.
You halflings.
After that ground falls into the caldera, Micah takes things up a notch. He is giving a sermon to whoever at this point.
Yeah. They're listening. That's fine.
And he's talking about Saros. He pulls off his blindfold. And you can see that he doesn't have any eyes.
Like he used to.
Yeah, like he used to. But he doesn't now. But the way he looks around the caldera, it's almost like he can see.
How far away, number one, is my party from Micah, Crenshaw, and Anthony?
That's up to you
I'll say
guys.
towards the back.
Yeah, we're definitely towards the back. We're not listening to a sermon. We're doing scientific stuff.
No, I disagree.
Oh, you were opposed.
Yeah.
Okay. Except for Nash. Nash, you're your own woman. You can do what you want.
I'm intrigued by this.
Yeah, I'm probably up with Nash.
Well, number two, how far away from my hiding place would I be
From your hiding place?
from Micah? Like, if I had been continuing to try and stay stealthy this whole time.
I mean, the people spread out. They're not up close to the edge like he is, but they're spread out. So, I mean, you could be 30 feet away from him and still be
Okay.
at the back.
I will be just far enough where I can barely hear what he's saying, and I will hide. And I will hold an action. I'm gonna level bad news, and if he tries to get any of these people to gouge their eyes out, I'm gonna shoot Micah.
Okay. You got it. He doesn't do that, by the way.
Okay. Well, I didn't know where this
Yeah.
was going.
Yeah, we're watching you, James.
He doesn't do
It wouldn't
that.
be the craziest thing you've done.
He wasn't
Yeah.
going to do that.
You're a bad
But-
man.
Listen, Vorty thinks he's being sacrificed here, man. Like,
Mhm.
He doesn't trust any of these people.
Where'd
They're
you
all
find that
crazy.
food, Vorty? What the hell?
Right? Wait, I brought. Listen, I'm a chef. I made some snacks.
Give me some of that real quick.
What-
We
what
might
you
be
guys didn't
dying
see-
here in a little bit. Give me
Yeah.
some of that.
I would love a snack too.
Yeah, give us a snack.
I'll give you guys
Yeah,
some
thank
snacks
you.
because I
Thank you,
made some
40.
snacks. So there's some like brown sugar and cinnamon on some bread.
Oh,
You're
thank
just
you.
like
Yeah.
looking at Micah like eating.
Morty's
Yeah.
back there with his snacks, like, bitch. If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die with my tummy full.
So
I'm gonna go down with full stomach.
Micah's his eyes have been gouged out. You don't know if he did it himself or if someone else did, but they have been. He works himself up into a frenzy. Crenshaw and Anthony are very close to him. They seem to be paying attention to the edge, the caldera, as it falls in to the lava. So the diameter is very slowly increasing.
Like as we speak.
Very slowly.
This is
But you
about-
figure it'll take about a month to make the 25 miles to absolution.
So Anthony, he's the human, right?
Yes. He's like, yeah, he's young. He's like 16.
Oh, like bless his heart. I want to save him now. I don't know. I'm trying to save Anthony.
Okay. Well, for now, I mean, they seem to be about their business. Is there any other information you think we can gain here, or shall we ride back to absolution with the terrible news?
Okay, listen. Can I have a meta minute to talk to my party?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, look, these people are gonna be in our way eventually, no matter what we need
For
to do.
sure.
We're
Should
gonna
we just
need to
slaughter
use
them
that.
out of hand, though?
Can I just kill Micah? Because I would
No.
currently get sneak attack with bad news.
Here's the thing.
Then
We don't control what you do, and if your character thinks
No,
that
I
way,
know, but I
do
also I know how
you.
much it sucks to be in a party with someone who just does whatever crazy shit they want without considering how it'll
Girl,
impact anyone else's
but
game.
here's the
you
thing.
know us. You know
Yeah,
how crazy
here's
we
the
can be.
thing,
So we
like-
were gonna play it off. We will play off your craziness.
Adaman
so.
is well aware that the people of Saros are going to be in the way. And if he hears bad news ring out, he's going to be like, God damn it. But he's going to know why you did it. But he's going to hope that there is a peaceful solution in the end. But if you know who the DM is, so we know there's
Listen,
not.
Tessellay, you can read Vorty.
Yeah.
Vorty is not hard to read, and you can tell he is stressed out of his damn mind right now, and he's ready to like kill somebody if they come for him. He's feeling like they're gonna throw me in. They're gonna
I
throw
would-
me.
I would also say just that if maybe in our studies we may have read that if you encounter like a death cult, that making the leader a martyr is not exactly the best way.
No, I know. That's the only reason I
Not
haven't.
the cult.
No,
Okay,
but
so
like,
I'm gonna leave it to chance.
Oh, no.
Yes.
And I
listen,
Or no.
Vorty's on edge. Vorty is on edge. He's like, I
I
am too
decided-
sober for this shit. I'm too sober. I'm eating through my snacks because I'm nervous eating.
I decided for the first time to play a humanitarian instead of a utilitarian, so I'm gonna be pissed.
Good.
Oh,
Good.
No, okay.
Is that a yes no?
yes, just a yes no
Wow.
coin. Yeah.
Yeah. Look, let's see if I can show you.
It says no.
No.
And it's got like a winged
Yeah.
skeleton.
That's cool.
And then
Yes, with hands.
and a
Ah,
sun and
okay.
moon, and there's
Mm.
eyes in the hands.
Okay.
And
Ross-
you flipped it already?
Yeah, and it came up
She
no.
got-
Oh.
Okay.
Roscoe senses a great disturbance in the force, as if something something insane almost happened.
That magic feat of yours.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, Tess pulls out a coin, flips it, and then goes about her business.
Vorty's nervous as hell right now. He's like, they're gonna throw me in. I'm nervous eating. I'm ready to get out of here. So can
No,
we
I'm still
go?
planning to kill the motherfucker. Don't worry.
All right.
I'm just
well-
not gonna do it right now.
yeah.
I mean,
Not
yeah,
mid sermon.
we're ready to go. I think. I mean, we've got all the information we need. There's no danger between here and now, except for the water geysers. We can walk back to our bikes and ride into Absolution and tell everybody the bad news.
Well, after a while,
Mhm.
Micah winds down.
Mhm.
He leans heavily on his staff. Crenshaw and Anthony kind of gather him up and carry him away. And the people that are there sort of disperse. Anthony, who's the human, he's only like 16 for real.
Mhm.
He walks up to whoever's closest, I guess it'd be Adamant or Vorty maybe. We're gonna head home.
That's that
You-
church.
You can come with us if you. No, it's not the church.
Oh,
You can come with us if you want.
Anthony, you need to get out of here. Like, go back to where you came from. Go find a new home. Go somewhere far. Go across the mountains. Never,
this-
don't look back. Get out.
This is where I
I'm
came
like-
from. I just,
Then get out no matter what. Find a new home. Get out.
I mean, if he wants to come to the rim and yell and with
So you don't even buy into
Anthony.
the religion, Anthony?
oh no,
Anthony.
he just pays me and Crenshaw to keep an eye on him.
So Anthony doesn't.
I
bear
like
any
you guys so much more now.
Anthony
Yeah,
doesn't
you
bear
in
any
danger,
resemblance
girl.
to Micah, does he?
No,
Well,
Anthony,
look,
you in danger, girl. Get out.
it'd be really nice to have somebody to talk to besides.
Come with us. Come
No.
with us. We'll take you. We'll take
look,
you out of here now.
let's go back to
I
where you
can't. I have
guys'
a-
home is, and
You don't-
that way we know where their home is.
Well, we've been at this place. I think it used to be called Ickerman.
Really?
That's where Violet went.
Um,
I mean, we don't know Violet, but yeah, that's what Rupert said,
But yeah, that's what.
or somebody said.
Yeah, it was-
so it's a little far. It'll be early in the morning before we manage to walk that far. But when we honestly don't worry about the flock that much. We'll just pick up Micah and carry him. So that long.
All right. Yeah. I mean, is that something that you guys are interested in doing? Well, thank you for the offer, and I'll discuss it with my pinnacle. We might
Okay.
just take you up on that.
Yo, Anthony.
Yeah.
Anthony.
Uh-huh.
How did he lose his eyes?
Crenshaw and I talked about it. Crenshaw's a lot more reasonable than you would think, just from looking at him.
Mhm.
We think he might have done that to himself.
Tesla, you should have taken that shot.
But he pays us really well to keep an eye on him, so that's what we do. But
Where does he get the money or the
know.
supplies
hmm,
that he's paying you in? That's a very interesting question. What an interesting man Micah is.
How do you get paid in like onions or
Bottle
turnips or
Gold.
It's bottle caps.
yeah, he pays gold.
Oh,
No,
Yeah,
where did it go from?
I don't know,
from
Yeah.
from the people that worship him.
but he pays more than anybody else.
Lucrative
Okay.
business.
I see why you stay. I see why you stay. There's some profit to be made.
He seems to
okay.
know
You're not stupid.
where the danger is, so we just.
all right. Well,
Okay. Okay.
interesting.
All right. Well, you cash your paycheck then.
Interesting. Well, we'll
I'm not
we'll talk
judging.
about it amongst ourselves, and we might just take you up on that. We'll talk.
Okay, and we've got comforts at Ickerman.
Really? All right.
Yeah. There's
Alcohol.
yes, and food
Roscoe runs over. What?
and warm beds and
Yeah, you're getting our attention now. Like what?
there's anything
Room
you could want
service?
there.
You're saying there's room service?
Interesting.
Well, I mean, maybe not room
Very
service,
interesting.
but
Wait, food, bed, lot. There's
Does everyone there buy into Micah's preachings?
everybody except me and Crenshaw.
And have you both had to do a lot of protecting of him?
Not really. Mostly we stand around.
Okay,
Worth the money.
Yeah,
good job.
it's a good job.
Give us a moment to discuss it, will you?
Thanks.
Yeah. Sure.
Thanks.
Of course.
I'm gonna make sure we are a distance from Micah.
And alone.
I say we follow them. And once all his worshippers are out of sight, I put a bullet in his head.
Oh, I was gonna say let's follow them. We can all get jobs, get paid.
Double up. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing.
Keep everything gold,
Both are reasonable.
If we take care of Micah
Go.
before they make it back, then we can go to Ickerman with Anthony and Crenshaw and say that his god did not protect him because it was a false god. We
As long as I get
quell
the
the
check.
following of sorrows, we deal with Micah, and you get to drink yourself silly in Ickerman.
You think that
with the check I get paid with to protect the guy. I'm down for this plan. We need to get paid first. Though. We need like
think-
upfront contract, negotiate, upfront payment, and then you can do whatever the hell you want to do.
So ridiculous.
Nash.
You think that these people with one guy that has been murdered, that they're just going to drop to their knees and decide that there was a false god?
If he's the only one that ever preached the word of this god, why not?
Because there's 50 people here and only 2 of them see beyond this smoke screen.
No. We wait until they're gone. So no one's there to witness what happens.
It takes a long time to build trust. It takes like 2 seconds to lose it.
I mean, he's not hurting anybody except for himself with those eyes. He has a dud. He didn't cause this volcano. He just thinks it's.
Actually,
No, but he's going to get in our way if we try to figure out how to fix
But
it.
what do you
Should we
mean get in
deal
our
with
way?
it
He's
then?
like, he's a man with a cane. If he gets in our way, we whack the cane, we move on. Clearly,
Right.
Anthony and Crenshaw aren't going to stand by him if the moment
You've
really
seen
comes.
how
James-
he riled these people. He could assemble a force to stand against us if he wanted to. I say we
And
take
that-
him out before he has reason to suspect us.
James, could we
I
have
think
read like
that-
how devoted these people are?
Yeah.
Because it seems like they were going along with it, but if some of them were like lifting their bandana,
Let's,
like
let's what would that be?
devoted are
Charisma
these
check?
people?
Probably insight.
Insight, yeah. Roll an insight check for me, Vorty.
Can I assist with that? Because I was leaning in the same direction.
Sure.
I'll just give you
One.
advantage, Bordy.
okay,
Okay. They seem pretty like true
15.
believers.
Okay.
It seemed like
I-
devoted people.
Okay.
I just think that if we start killing people because of what they might do, not because of what they've done, what's to stop someone from trying to kill me for go around blasted laser beams? It's
You
a
think
thin
no
line.
one will?
I think they probably will, but I don't
Yeah.
want them to.
What if we stage a coup where we take him out and we put one of us in his place as the new leader, and we're like,
I think I know
We were
exactly
chosen.
who we doing that, Vorty.
we
Really, I think we're forgetting something, y'all. We can talk to the people in absolution because this is going to affect them directly, and we don't have to do this alone. This Redford fella seems like a very powerful ally, and maybe with their putting their heads together, they can come up with a solution that won't involve us ever having to come into conflict with the Sorrows.
And
put
I
in
had a
person
thought about that.
with like
Yeah.
magical abilities. They're like, whoa.
Yeah, and then they can just
If
be
you
like,
guys
Go ahead.
if you guys are okay with it, I think I could run to absolution probably faster than anybody else, and then get back to you all if we're going to Ickerman.
That's what I was
to
wondering:
send
is
the
how are we
message.
going to
I
get the
think,
message to absolution? And
Oh, yeah,
then
we
if,
need
if
it.
we
I
send
can-
you in person, yeah,
Can we
And
send
you-
like a
We can
pigeon?
get there quickly.
you have the fastest.
And,
there,
you
I
know,
don't
people
think pigeons can fly
Yeah.
through the slag, man. Yeah, but I think he's
Don't we
got
have
the
like the
fastest bike.
spell? Can we cast a spell message or something?
Do we have
Message
that?
is only 100 feet.
Yeah,
Sending would work, but I don't think anyone has it.
yeah, we ain't. We
No,
ain't
I
got
don't have
that.
that. But also, if this entire town believes in this Saros man and we murder him, are we just going to leave this town in confusion and
I
shambles?
don't think we need to. I don't think we need to murder
It's
anybody.
an accident.
Besides, Ickerman is not very far. If you look at this map, which I'm holding upside down,
Mhm.
if you look at this map, it is gonna be swallowed at the same time as
Ah,
Absolution.
So they've got the same problem.
Yeah, we can't give their all of their hope and whatever this niceties is so quickly.
Yeah.
You may need to turn
My-
that map. Your letters are numbers, or your numbers are letters.
Primary
yeah.
hesitation is, if I learned one thing growing up in the wild, it's that you never get a pristine opportunity twice. He currently does not suspect us. It's just going to be him and his 2 guards on the road home. And if we take him out without any witnesses, if we can get Anthony and Crenshaw on our side, no one else would have to know.
I don't know if we can outpay Micah. So what exactly are we going to do to convince Anthony and Crenshaw that this is an okay thing to do?
And now they're
And
out of
even
jobs.
Soros, we can offer them a life in absolution.
Well, we'd have to once again talk to Absolution first to make sure that they are on board with that.
They could be good Pentacle candidates.
That sounds good to
They could
me.
be the next class.
Yeah. Bunch of options we can do that we don't even have to commit murder.
But we might not
Murder.
get a chance like this again.
True.
If I learned anything from growing up in the wilds, it's that it's always better to help someone than to hurt them.
You guys have very similar backgrounds, but very different outlooks on life.
That's true.
I feel like one of them got hit in the head more than the other one, though.
And it seems
made
like
him nicer. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I got hit in the head a lot. What are you trying to say?
That you're real nice for it.
Well, a decision of this scale probably should involve all those that it would affect. I think you're right, Adaman.
Mhm. And we are a pinnacle. Doesn't matter where that man is. If we need to take him out, we will.
All right.
If his followers,
And we know that he does this trek every week.
Week.
Oh yeah,
We have plenty of opportunities to kill him later.
yeah. And if his followers turn on us, I've got a big laser beam waiting for them. But
Yeah, about that. You make sure that people don't see that, though, because remember that that's still kind of taboo. You got to hold
Right.
that. Yeah, hide your laser.
well,
James,
it's
I
usually
need you
the
to
last
push
thing
those
that they see.
eyebrows down.
So, to Ickerman, while Roscoe goes to warn Absolution and hopes that he can catch up to us because his bike is so much better than ours. That's
No one
dangerous
on-
for splitting the party.
My bike is not as fast, but I'm very good with it. Roscoe, I'll come with you. I think I can keep pace, or at least keep inside of you.
So we're still splitting the party, but we're making it so that maybe you guys will survive.
Excellent. Okay, so Roscoe and Tesla are going to go to Absolution.
Yeah.
40,
Yeah.
Adaman and Nash are going to go to Ickerman.
Yeah.
Awesome. Let's take a break.
Splitting the party.
Oh no!
sorry.
Rookie mistake.
We have failed as the pinnacle.
I know.
We'll be back in a minute.
There's too much to cover. It's because there's no freaking radio in Absolution, which makes no sense
Yeah.
because that would absolutely be a place you'd put a radio.
we're back. Um. Okay, so Tesla and Roscoe are heading back to Absolution. And the rest of you are going to Ickerman with the Children of Sorrows.
Yep.
Okay, so in the interest of time, Roscoe, Tesla, you make it back to your bikes. You head off towards Absolution, and the rest of you, Vorty, Nash, Adaman, not far from the hearth, they have wagons stashed.
Mm-hmm.
They load into wagons and they head off towards Ickerman.
All right. We slowly patrolling around them with our sweet motorcycles. Go with them.
So around dawn, you make it to Ickerman. The slag is steadily heavier as you move away from the hearth.
Mm-hmm.
Roscoe, Tesla, you make it to Absolution around a couple hours before that. You get to Absolution and it's totally quiet. Everybody's asleep. What do you want to do?
Did Redford tell us where his house was?
I don't recall. No, I don't think so.
You know where the forge is, at least. We could ask around at the vault, or
You could go to the vault, yeah.
maybe we could ask Kavinsky. Kavinsky's probably the
Yeah.
man to go to.
Yeah, we'll start with Kavinsky. If anyone has a way to get in touch quickly with the scholars, it's probably him.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll go to Kavinsky's.
So you go to Kavinsky's office and you knock on the door.
Mm-hmm.
And after a few minutes, it opens. And he smells like a distillery.
Mm.
Oh, what are you, you're back, you're back so soon.
Do you have a way to get in touch with Ulrich or any of the scholars?
Nope.
Quickly?
Not interested.
You don't have to. If you have a way, we need to.
I mean,
You have a radio?
yeah, I got one, but I haven't turned the thing on in, like, you know,
Where is it?
how long has it been?
I push past him through the door.
2 years, 3 years.
I follow through and I pour a shot for me and Tess out of whatever he's drinking.
Okay.
Digging through stuff, looking for a radio.
You can't beat them, join them.
It's not over there. It's over there. I think. It's been a while.
I go dig in the direction he gestured to.
Hey, Kavinsky,
Yeah.
where does Redford live?
He lives over. There's a newer house over near where the tower used to be, and he's over that way. Why? What's going on?
Well, the whole town's going to be destroyed in about a month.
About a
Sorry.
month?
Fuck.
Oh, that's, you know.
He's drunk.
Why would the town be destroyed?
It's
Roscoe, I told you that joke wasn't funny. I told you he wouldn't.
Is there
get it.
there's some warlord that's
No.
Telling-
Kavinsky.
yeah, but you know what? We took care of him already. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Where's the radio, Kavinsky?
Yeah, I'm really
It's not
sleepy.
here.
You kind of sleepy? It's like
I walk over and I take his face and I start like firmly patting his cheek. Where is the radio?
oh, it's in that drawer over there.
I go look in the drawer.
You find a radio, just like the one that Ulrich gave you before.
I grab it and I try to turn it on
Mm-hmm.
and do the thing to see if there's static.
Uh-huh.
All right, we got what we need. Come on, Roscoe, let's go.
Don't you think we should? Okay, we'll take this, but he should have one, right? Shouldn't we leave it with him so we could maybe we give it to Redford? I don't know.
I'm going to give it to Redford.
That's a good idea. Tess, that's a great idea. Okay.
Hey, what was that
Kavinsky,
about a
easy on
month?
that living.
What?
I'm just
Month
pushing
from
him
now?
back out into the street.
Okay, bye, Kavitsky.
Like any time. Hey, Roscoe, I really like your mustache.
Hey, thank
Really
you.
cool.
Thanks. Okay, gotta
I,
go.
I can't grow a mustache like that. I don't know. It comes in kind of patchy, and it's, so I just shave.
Walking towards
Draw.
the
Okay. So you're going to Redford's house? Is what you're doing?
Mhm.
Mhm.
Okay.
I don't think we should like pound on the. I don't know. I don't want Redford to get mad at us, but
Are there any lights on through any windows or anything that we see?
No, it's like 6 o'clock in the morning.
I'm going to gently, I'm going to knock on the door, just like at a normal volume.
Okay.
He's
We're
Redford.
gonna-
He runs the town. He's probably used to midnight summons.
we're gonna tell him what's happening, right, Tess?
Redford, yes, but not Kavinsky. Kavinsky strikes me as someone prone to see the worst outcome and not be shy about telling it to others. The last thing we need right now is panic.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Sorry, I probably should have brought that up before.
No, I have a really bad habit of just saying everything that comes to my mind all the time, so that's fine.
It's an endearing habit, even if it's a bad one.
Yeah, a light knock on the door too.
Okay, so you knock lightly on the door. And after, I don't know, 30 seconds or so, the door opens and there's a woman standing there.
Hi,
She's got
is
like
Redford home?
a blouse on, and she looks like she woke up not too long ago. Who are you?
Woo! Woo!
We're scholars.
Friends of Redford.
Scholars.
We're friends of Redford. We need to talk to him, please.
Oh, you're friends of Redford, are you?
Yes, I think Isabel could vouch for us. We met her.
Well, he isn't awake yet.
Woman, I don't know who you are. I don't care. This is about the safety of your town. Go get him.
Excuse me.
I'm sorry. What she meant to say is that I think it would really be best for everybody if we could just talk to Redford soon, please.
Look, why don't you come in to the kitchen? I'm just making breakfast.
Okay.
Some magic
You don't have
words for
anything to say about
Roscoe.
that, Roscoe?
No, I say okay, and I run in.
Y'all
I'm
come on
sorry
in.
for
You
my
sit right
rudeness.
here.
Go
Okay.
get him.
You
And
sit
what is for
right
breakfast?
there.
What did you say you were making?
God.
Pancakes,
Oh,
scrambled eggs.
Oh my God, please
Oh,
just
the
go,
list is
Redford.
so long.
You just sit right there.
okay.
Redford will be down when he's down. He's got a lot on his mind.
Ma'am, you have children, correct?
5.
Several of them?
5 of them,
Yes.
yes.
I imagine they're a handful when they first wake up.
Sometimes.
If you don't fetch Redford for me right now, I'm going to begin screaming for him.
He looks you in the eye. All right, I'll go get him.
Thank you.
Tess, she was just about to make breakfast.
Some
So
things
she-
are more important at the
so she
moment. Roscoe.
leaves.
Every moment we're here is a moment we're away from the rest of our pentacle.
Yeah, okay, maybe we can get it to go.
After
I love
5 or 10
Roscoe.
minutes go by. And then she returns to the kitchen. And she just goes about making breakfast.
Is he coming?
I'm sorry, is who coming?
I just immediately leave the kitchen and go the direction she came from. I'm about to walk up in this bitch's house and find Redford.
Can I do anything to help with breakfast? I can-
Yes, you can. You can beat these eggs. Here you go.
Okay,
He hands you a bowl and a whisk.
I'm not gentle.
You
with
can't overbeat them. You just go to town, all right? So Tess, you walk out of the kitchen, and there is a staircase that comes from the second floor to the first, and Redford is coming down the stairs. He's pulling a shirt over his head, and you get a very good
Ooh.
glimpse of his abs as he does that.
Ooh, lucky me. There you are. Hi.
Oh, hello.
I'm sorry for the early intrusion, but we have some information you need to know now.
All right.
Is it safe to talk here? Should we be out of potential eavesdropping earshot in case any kids are awake?
I don't know if I was gonna eavesdrop in my own house, but you say you
Isabel
say your
seemed-
piece.
All right, so we went to the hearth. Obviously, we're alive. There's no tentacle monster there. It's worse.
Oh, really?
The whole thing has fallen away. There's a giant caldera there filled with magma, and it is rapidly expanding. If my estimates are correct, it will reach absolution within a month. But it gets worse. There's a band of zealots that worship someone called Soros, led by someone named Micah, who gouged out his own eyes because apparently darkness is holy to them. He's leading these zealots to the edge of the caldera weekly and saying that it's called the Unmaking, and they are likely going to fight to preserve it, even though it's bent on destruction. And there's no way without possible magic use to stop it. So there's that.
I think we should go have breakfast.
What is it with you people and breakfast?
It's
I
the
pull
most
out
important
the-
meal of the day.
Yes.
I pull out the radio and I tune it to the same frequency that the scholars use,
Mm-hmm.
And
And
a
I
Bloody
sh-
Mary.
and I push it into his hands. We'll be able to
Drunken
use this to
breakfast.
get in contact with you from the road.
What does this do?
It's a way to talk over long distances instantly. You hold this button to speak, and I will try and page
Oh, no
Adaman.
kidding.
Adaman, this is Tessellay. Do you come in?
Adaman, you're on a either you're following the wagon or
Mhm.
you're on a wagon. Either one.
Am I able to respond?
You're a little ways away from Ickerman still,
Mhm.
but yeah, you do hear Tesla.
This is Adam over. I hear you loud and clear.
Just making sure it worked. I'm leaving this with Redford. Over. We'll be on our way soon. Over.
Yeah,
know how
I,
this
should, I
works.
shouldn't have said over before I was done speaking. It was really hard to do
Roger.
this. Roger,
Over.
Roger, over. And
I just I just shove it into Redford's hands and say, "That's what you hold to speak." There's protocol we're learning. Emergencies only, but this is the way that we can communicate.
Hey, where'd you find that radio? This is great. I'm glad that there's one in Absolution. Over.
Don't
answer that.
This is Redford.
Hey, Redford, how you doing?
Over.
This is
Over.
weird.
Oh.
Over.
Yeah, that's good. That's how you do it. Over.
Are you saying you don't want pancakes?
I'm sure Roscoe would be heartbroken if we didn't have any, but time is of the essence.
Just a month, you say?
Yes, but we're away from the rest of our pentacle and need to leave as soon as possible.
All right.
My idea was this.
Yes, breakfast is ready.
Thank you, Roscoe. We'll be there shortly. This zealot, Micah, he is blindly devoted to Saros, and he believes that all of the darkness, all the slag is punishment for the way of life before the rupture. He thinks the rupture was Saros' doing. And I think a man like that would want to get in the way of us saving Absolution from this unmaking, as he called it. I want to take him out before he becomes more of a threat, but the rest of my pentacle thought it would be wise to confer with you first.
Well, come on in the kitchen. Sit down. Take a breath.
At Redford's insistence, Tess will.
Roscoe, good to see you.
Redford, hey, thank you for this. Is great.
I see
How you doing?
I see you're beating the shit out of the Megs. That's good.
Oh yeah. Marlene showed me this thing called garlic. We're putting that in. This is crazy.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Yeah. You can't have too much of that.
Yeah, my hands smell like it.
Yeah, they will for a few days.
As we sit at the kitchen table that I'm assuming is there,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to start pulling out my sketches of the caldera.
So, you're saying this man is leading a church?
In a way, he's already converted most of Sleedle, if not all, to following this Saros.
Saros. What,
Wait.
And you saying there is no tentacle monster at the hearth?
If there,
This caldera that's opened up, it's already massive and it's growing. There's underwater pockets that vent steaming gouts of water above the surface. I think whatever happened here that was so intense 5 years ago somehow agitated the earth, caused enough of a shockwave, enough magical fallout. I'm not really sure. But there's no slag there either. Or at least it's very sparse.
Is there anything we could do about it right this second?
I don't know. And no matter what we come up with, I don't see how we can do anything that won't make use of magic.
Well, we might as well have some pancakes then.
All right.
I tried throwing some rocks in it. It didn't seem to do anything.
In the pancakes?
No, in the lava.
Oh, yeah.
I definitely thought the pancakes
I did the same thing. You
Oh,
did
my-
Yeah, I would hope she would have stopped you.
We
Yeah.
all thought the same thing. We're like, the pancakes? The rocks, the pancakes?
One time Roscoe doesn't talk about food.
Yeah, right.
Redford, what are they talking about? Are we in danger? I'm not sure yet.
Yeah.
It sounds
Yeah.
like we might be in the future. We'll handle it. You and me, all right? Well, okay. You say so.
This is so funny.
Since
Like,
you're
I'm just imagining like that scene in Ghost. Seriously, Tessellay is Patrick Swayze. Like, yo, you're in danger. And then Roscoe's like, let me tell you my own way. Molly, you in danger, girl. Let's have some pancakes.
danger girl. Well, since you're here, I assume you have some kind of a plan.
Well, the big thing is that we wanted to tell you all that if we don't stop this thing, and you're going to need to get everyone out of this town in the next month, and you're going to have to go far away from the hearth.
That's not gonna happen, Roscoe.
I mean, this is all nice, but
We've worked too hard to abandon it.
I mean, there won't be anything here. There won't be anything left to you're not abandoning it. You know, it's gonna be gone either way if we can't stop this thing.
They're not gonna leave, Roscoe.
Well, I mean, we'll leave if we're gonna fall in lava. But
We'll find a way to stop it. We have to. We can't. You can't lose this.
I agree. If we lose this, I mean, where are we gonna go? We could go to there and did the other end of Scythia, but apparently it's gonna go too.
That's right.
My primary reason for coming along was, do you think we should try and remove these zealots from the equation?
I don't know. What have they done?
Nothing as of yet, but I worry that they will stand in our way if we try to fix this.
Maybe they will, maybe they won't. Hard to say till they do.
Preemptive.
Personally, I don't like to judge people till they've done something wrong.
Roscoe has a full mouthful of pancakes. He says, "Thank you." That's what I was saying.
Even if they're batshit crazy.
You're the same person. Shut up.
Just feel so connected to you, Redford.
Man, I feel like we missed out.
Yeah.
Like we all should be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew some very
But-
good people that thought the same way, and the people that they refused to pass judgment on killed them, if you can call them people.
What people are those?
The reptilian societies that live out in the wastes.
Yeah.
There was a group of them that was near my campsite when I was young, when I was still with my parents. They scared me. I thought we should leave, put some distance between us and them. My parents said I shouldn't judge a book by its cover. The creatures came and killed them in the night. I survived by hiding under my mother's corpse. Sometimes it's best to remove the problem before it becomes a problem.
I'm real sorry that happened to you, Tesla. A kid shouldn't have to go through that sort of thing.
It doesn't matter. That's not my point.
It does
My
matter.
point is that these people are a threat.
It does
Redford.
matter.
So we just ignore them until they do something to harm people we care about?
You can't know what's in a man's mind until they act on it. It'd be real easy to do that and be wrong. Now, from what you told me, you're probably not wrong. But I don't know for sure. Sounds like you're in the wrong place. You should be there, ready to pull that trigger if you have to. If you have to. Not before.
I just give a nod, grab a dry pancake, and leave.
Yeah, we really just came to warn you about the lava. We'll figure out this whole Saros thing, and we'll be sure to radio you back if we hear any more information.
Do you want some more eggs?
Well, here's what I've done: is I've put a pancake and then a bunch of eggs and another pancake and a bunch of eggs and another pancake, and I'm gonna take that stack on the road with me.
Man, that
to
looks
go.
This is
good.
very important information.
So I think I'm okay. for the
That would have been my step one. Would have been like,
Yeah.
can I get a to-go box?
Roscoe's doing great.
I'm getting a to-go box. Like,
I can't believe you did the double decker instead of tacos.
Oh, I could have done well, but then I'd have to carry two things.
Obviously, he's gonna take 2 tacos.
No.
Like,
If
I
you-
love this international house of pancakes you got here.
But if you could radio our friends and let them know we're on our way back, and that I have made a double-decker pancake.
Well, if I can
I mean,
figure
we
this
should have
thing
been
out,
on
yeah.
speaker. We should have been on speaker. Like,
Yeah,
girl.
true.
You in danger, girl.
And I'll run out after Tess and
All right.
kind of get on the road.
So Vorty, Nash, and Adaman,
Mm-hmm.
you've been traveling with the Children of Sorrows
Mm-hmm.
towards Ickerman. And okay, so you get to Ickerman the wee hours of the morning. It's mostly overgrown with scrub. There are flat buildings. They're only a story tall. Very rectangular buildings, very small. And it doesn't appear that anyone is there when you get there.
Like, abandoned?
Yeah.
Because everyone from Ickerman moved to Absolution.
So a few of the people from the Children of Sorrows, they go out ahead of you and they start lighting some lights up and stuff, you know. Micah,
I was just surprised that it was completely abandoned.
Yeah.
Micah gets down from a wagon. He seems like he's completely spent. He's leaning very heavily on his stick. Anthony has to help him into one of the buildings. Everyone, I will see you tomorrow. Sorrow's willing. And Anthony helps him inside. The other people from the church fan out. You see lights coming on in buildings. You know, scrub being lit, basically. What would you like to do?
I go up to Anthony and Crenshaw, and I say, "Do you got a place where we can hold up for the night, or I guess the day?
Yeah.
Please and thank you."
There are a few buildings that are not occupied,
All right.
if you are so inclined.
Okay.
You can take that one over there.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a tavern?
No. I wish.
Is there a brewery?
No.
Is there a kitchen?
Kind of.
Yeah, no wonder people left.
Yeah. Why didn't we go to Absolution?
It's been a rough 6 months.
We wanted to see what Ickerman was like and see what these people are like. So these people all here that traveled with us. This is the entirety of your congregation.
But wait, you
Yes.
said a long 6 months. What was it like before that?
There's no difference here.
Why
That's
did
why
you?
I'm surprised that this place is abandoned. It's like, what the heck happened? Like, somebody must have still been like, okay, Absolution, you cool, but this is my house, right? Like, I bought this house.
Yeah, why, Anthony? Why do you?
Property value.
Anthony went inside with Micah, but Crenshaw is
Sorry.
there with you.
Yeah.
What do you mean 6 months?
Well, I've been in Micah's service about 6 months.
Mm.
Well, what are you gonna do when the whole eventually swallows up this place, Crenshaw? You don't really care, or what's the plan exactly?
I don't know what you mean.
Well, the hole keeps getting bigger and will not stop, and eventually it will reach here.
Well, in that case, I'll just keep moving
Hmm.
with my gold.
Have you ever heard of Angul?
Maybe?
It's quite a nice town, very far south of here. It'll be one of the last ones to get swallowed.
It rings a
True.
bell.
I just, when that time comes, maybe you head there. Probably be a good place to be.
Maybe I will. I
All
mean,
right.
if we get to the point where the sea starts pouring into it,
Well, then there won't be any place for us to run.
well, it will be very steamy, won't it?
Yeah. That ain't a bad idea there, Crenshaw. But I would need a shit ton of diggers, wouldn't I?
So on roll 20 there, you can see what Ickerman looks like at this point.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
That is scrub that's grown up around it in the meantime.
Mm-hmm.
Cute place.
Because nobody cuts it back, then
Yeah.
it
Just-
grows up around things.
Okay. Well, we take that occupied building they offer, and I'll sit down with Vorty and Nash, and I'll be like, "Well, this is better than we thought." So it looks like we're looking at their entire population out there. They live here, and they just make their living, and then go and do their services every week, I guess.
There's only one town we have to really save.
Yeah. Not bad at all.
Does anyone? Sorry, go ahead.
Go
Bob.
ahead. I was just gonna say that Vorty is going to look around and see if there's stuff that he can kind of scrounge and scavenge, anything useful, tools or anything like that. It's just like, I mean, might as well ransack this place.
I mean, if they aren't going to use it, you got a point.
Yeah, roll a I guess perception. I guess.
Okay. 17.
Okay. So you find carpenter's tools and blacksmith's tools. They haven't been using the forge. This is an Nickerman. They haven't built anything new. They just kind of moved in on what was already there.
Also, the Forge and Nickerman would be useless as long as the slag is around, from what I remember from
Well,
Midnight Midnight, right?
You can
limited.
fix things. You just
Mhm.
can't reforge. Like if you
Understood.
heat metal to the point where it melts, then the slag gets into it.
Got it.
But you could do repairs and things, yeah.
Okay.
Does anybody have any ideas about how to stop the, very terrible thing that's going to happen to Absolution?
No idea.
Okay, good. You think this person, what did they say? Purple, pink, whatever, violet person, aren't they here?
That's what I heard, but it's interesting. If she came here, then she must have turned right back around. But then where the hell is she?
I don't know.
Yeah, because
Mm.
obviously there's nothing here for her. Just a bunch of Saros worshippers. Probably not. I don't know. We could ask around to see if they met her.
It might be worth it. All the
Yeah.
important people in Absolution are talking about it. Maybe some kind of genius.
Yeah, she could help. Also, we've radioed it into Uther, but hopefully he's talking about it to
Ulrich?
Ulrich, yeah, whatever his name is. Ulrich. We've radioed it into Ulrich, and hopefully he's talking about it with the headmaster and and the real headmaster.
Here's the thing. I have no faith that they are going to help us.
I think that they might come up with a lot of egghead theories. You're right that they aren't going to come out here and put their lives on the line. They're hiding there under their rock, and we're the ones that are out here to do it. But
Do you think they chose the rock because they knew about this?
no, that's why they sent us there. They don't know a damn thing unless we tell them about it. Yeah. That's why we exist. We're their eyes and ears while they're hiding.
I don't know that I think they have no idea it's happening though.
Yeah. I think that we can give them information and then they can look through their books and make educated guesses, but at the end of the day, we're the ones that are doing it. So but right now I have no idea what to do, so I will take the egghead theories.
Yes. I guess that's what they're for.
Yep.
Vorty, did you find anything of value?
I come back with these tools, like, look what I found.
Cool.
Like, that's a hammer, and that's a saw, and then we got another hammer, and we got like all kinds of other little trinkets.
All right. Cool.
Might as well. They're not gonna use them.
That looks like they aren't using any of this stuff. We might as well take it.
Okay, so are we staging this coup or what?
Well,
We want to, but we don't know how.
whoa, here's the thing. You're talking about staging a coup. If you want us to go in there and take out Micah and then slip out of town, we've got freaking motorcycles.
This
We
is
can-
the
No,
second-
not slip out of no. Staging a coup means we take over.
Oh, so you want
You want to be Micah.
to change that. Well, first of all, we could probably wait for other two members of the Pinnacle to show up. They'll be here in a few hours. But I mean, yeah, we could definitely do that, Vorty. You're a real charismatic guy. I figure,
I can unleash my magic once and for all.
yeah,
for
we get
everyone.
we
to
get
see,
rid
and
of
they can
Micah.
all be my
You do something
believers.
amazing.
They'll
But
be
then
the Church of Vorty.
what would you have them do, Vorty?
I have no idea.
Yeah, that's the problem.
And why would we have to
Sing
get
and
rid of
dance,
Micah
sing and
to do
dance,
this?
sing and dance, drink, eat, party. I will be the new god of like debauchery.
Okay, all right.
See, we don't need to
Saurus,
get rid of Micah.
Saurus.
Yeah,
Saurus, the new god is Vorty.
these people are bored. They
They
see how much fun
are.
Vorty is having. We don't even have to kill them. They'll just all be obsessed with Vorty. I don't know.
It's not a bad plan. I feel like that
Party.
Micah might come after you then, Vorty. You'd be putting a big target on
Party
your
all
back.
the time. Who says Mike is going to be around?
Though that was the whole thing. Are we gonna get
Man, he's useless. All these people are.
Micah?
they're
Mike,
belie-
no, I thought we were like, that's the whole stage in the coup thing. And that's why Tesla's like, we got to kill this person. And I'm like, yeah, okay, well, we get paid first. We get our
We have
check.
no contract.
Then we get the contract, we get paid, we take them out, we take over. Like there's steps. They're like 12 steps or something. I don't know.
I just feel like these people are too easy to kill them. I just don't know if we look at them. It's almost sad. And I pull over the curtain of the window and I don't even know if I see any people, but just Ickerman is just the saddest little
It's so
place.
sad. It's so
I
sad.
agree. I think that the once all five of us are assembled, we could easily stage a coup. I
Easily.
don't know if that's the right thing to do. I think that maybe
No, it's not.
This is
We-
not about
if-
right
here's
or
the
wrong.
thing,
This is
I don't-
about being fabulous.
I know. And look, if it's the fabulous thing to do, I'm sure you'll convince us to do it. But here's what I'm saying is we just need to figure out how to halt this thing. And then even if we do halt it, what's Micah going to do? If he wants to get all up in arms, we'll thrash him and Vorty will become the leader of the new sexy leader of a sexy cult. Or we stop it and he comes up with some other lie he tells himself and he keeps on pilgrimaging out there every week to the now no longer expanding hole and we leave him to it. I don't give a
People need reason
damn.
to live.
Yeah.
Some people need that as their reason to live. But we do have to stop this because
Agreed.
absolution was crazy pretty. And Angul is also in danger.
Yes, everything is.
Yeah, we gotta close. We gotta close this expanding hole. Like, I don't know, like
So,
Kegel exercises.
Here's the thing.
something.
We
Close
came here.
it.
Play about this. How?
Yeah.
Well, we came here to see if the cultists had more strength, and they don't. So now that we know they aren't a problem, once Tess and Roscoe get here, we can be like, well, yeah, this is it. We can do it if you want. We'll take a vote, and then we don't have to take these people out. We can ride off and go take care of the whole.
Yep. We just have to crush their dreams.
Yes.
Do you think that Absolution is the only town we need to give this information to?
We could warn Schliedel, but we've been banished from there.
I mean, what about towns that are more normal, like Angul and I hear the Tooth or something?
Well,
There's
if-
other towns, right?
If I radioed Ulrich, then he'd better have told the leaders of Angul, but
I can't
don't-
trust them to do
Yeah.
anything.
So I mean, but then here's the thing: we can't be everywhere at once. So we've got to hope that the people that we're radioing are spreading information. We don't have the radio ability to contact other pinnacles for some reason, because that's how James built his organization. So all we can do is talk to the people we can talk to,
Which is here.
Yeah.
If we take over this cult, they could be my little minions, and then I can just send them out into the world, and they could all send like little messages all across.
I think you should try it out. Why not go out to do a song and dance? See if
Yeah.
you-
Oh, I'm about to.
Yeah,
I
go
want
do
to be
that.
cool. I want to be okay. We're cool with this.
Yeah. You can try that. I'm on board for it, because no one's
I'm
gonna,
down to watch.
no one's gonna get hurt. But here's my big thing is once our pinnacle is reassembled, we gotta go do something about the caldera.
Just start like doing my thing.
All right, go do your thing.
There's a knock on the door.
We'll back you up. Oh, hey,
Whose door?
our door.
Your door.
Or
All right.
we were in the war room.
We open the door.
Yeah, all of it was like, "Can I help you?"
Anthony is standing there.
Anthony, get in here.
He's got a little flower.
Oh, that's cute. Is this for me? Oh,
You know,
you
well-
didn't have to.
Well, sometimes, if you let the scrub go long enough without, sometimes it'll flower. Is Roscoe here?
No, he's on his way back. Why?
Oh,
Give the flower back.
I wanted to. Yeah, it's not important.
Uh-huh.
We'll tell you when he gets here, though.
Yeah, we'll let you know.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Okay.
Wow.
Everyone wants Roscoe.
Can you blame them?
Outside the door, you hear you don't make out any words, but you can hear words.
Okay.
And after a couple of minutes, you hear another knock on the door.
I open it again. It's like, yeah. Can I help you? Oh,
Crenshaw
this
is
still
standing
happening?
there,
uh,
and he's
Can I
got
help
what is
you?
obviously the same flower, which is a tiny little blue flower, right? And is Nash here?
oh, come on in. Come on in. Come
Yes,
on
she
in.
is.
I like. You better get in here quick.
All right,
I want to watch.
I picked this especially for you. And he holds it out with his gigantic hands with this tiny little blue flower.
Well, this who are you again?
Wow.
Oldest drink in the book.
Plain hard to get, honey. I get it.
He
I
looks
get
at his shoes.
What's your name again? What's your name again?
Who are you?
My name's Crenshaw.
I would like to pull both Vordy and Nash aside and be like, excuse me, one second, Crenshaw. You do realize that these two are the only protection that the old man has, and that if they're
No,
both
this-
jonesing after you, y'all better use this. to your advantage.
Yes.
And then
Okay, but what do
come
I
in, come in. Hey, you know, we've got some
Yes,
food.
I'm
we've got
like,
some
come
drink.
on in.
What do I do about Nick Filet?
Nick, go, girl.
Look,
We
Nick
gotta
will
let that
understand.
go.
He's an understanding dude.
I had no idea you were that
who
committed.
knows what Nick's doing while you off in the wastelands? Yeah. What
I
about
never
Nick? Is
thought
he
you
in
were
this
this
area
committed.
code right now? Hell no, girl.
Oh, no one's got to know. That's a completely
Yeah.
different-
Look, this is between you, me, and the Pinnacle. Yeah, Nick ain't even here.
But if you tell Nick anything, I will deny it.
Oh,
I will
okay.
wash
I'm with you. I'm with you.
I will see you wash up on the beach, Adaman.
This is a different zip code.
Yeah. Zip code rules.
Don't matter.
I would
It's so bad.
very much enjoy your company, and I will kill any man who gets in my way.
Whoa.
Respectfully.
We better not tell Nick-fil-A.
That's a red
Yeah.
flag.
Nick will
Murder
die.
Murder is not usually respectful, but the sentiment is nice, and I'll take the flower and put it behind my ear, like you do,
Like you do. Yeah, of course.
like you always do.
Yeah.
It looks pretty on you.
Thank you. What is there to do around here?
You're looking at it. Just me.
I stare him up and down like, got you. Whoop. That is
Is
a
he
lot
hot?
to do too. That is a lot
yeah,
to
this
do.
is a
That
big
is a
question.
How
lot.
hot is? I mean, he's like full orc, right?
Yeah,
Is he
full
full?
orc.
That's a
He's almost
big
8
boy.
feet tall.
That is a lot to do.
Protruding bottom teeth, the whole deal.
I hope you have all day long.
Very wide.
Look, I've read Tusk Love. I like this. Go on.
It's just
Okay.
I mean, in the tribe order for an orc, is he up there in terms of strengths and looks, or is he like he sweeps the floors?
He's up there. He's not,
Okay.
he's not, top shelf or anything, but he's
Well,
he's not
I
bad.
have-
big enough to be security, so
Yeah.
Yeah, I have some time before my friends arrive, so maybe we can go pick a few more of these flowers.
I would like that very much.
All right, we're gonna head out.
Bye, girl. Bye, girl. Fly, girl. I am.
And that's where we'll cut it off today.
Do it for the pinnacle.
Yeah, no. She gladly is doing this for the pinnacle. It's like she's like, bye. I'm out.
She'd be like,
I'll
Nick Filet who? At the end of
I'll
this.
see you later.
I had to bring Nick Filet back.
I've forgotten about Nick Filet.
I had
So I was like,
to.
oh, I
had
forgot.
to.
Oh yeah, he was cute, wasn't he?
Mhm.
Oh my goodness.
You're gonna show Tess there's more than one way to take down an organization.
Oh, it would seem.
We're all gonna be equal partners in this takeover, okay? Like everyone, like divide and conquer. We're doing this. You take that one, you
Yes, well.
take that one, you take that one. We're all gonna like power through this.
So we'll take it up next week with we don't have to, whatever you want to do, Nash, and
Opsis.
yeah, Tess and Roscoe are presumably on their way back from Absolution,
Great haste.
and you have Lava to worry about.
Mhm.
Well, actually, no. You actually had a really great idea. I think it came from maybe it was one of your NPCs, but we have to dig a trench and bring the sea to meet it.
I think that was South Park that did that.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a South Park episode like that.
I
Anyway,
need to look at my map of Scythia to see how
There's a
feasible
river,
that
right? We could get
is.
that.
Is there really? Oh, quit playing. Is there a river nearby?
It's kind of surrounded by rivers, so we'll see what
Oh,
happens.
there's a lot of rivers. Yeah,
Yeah, because
Ooh.
Ickerman, it's the fork in the river.
Oh, this could
That's
be
true.
done. We could do this.
that's true. It's a lot of digging though.
We just
You
need
know,
to have a bunch of cult people to do the digging
And
for
a big
us.
strong orc do
Mm-hmm.
the digging, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Wow.
And the body of an anime goddess.
mm-hmm.
Didn't we have
chaos.
didn't we have something back in the Scholar Museum? We had the motorcycle,
Yeah.
Helicopter,
we had the helicopter.
Yeah.
penny farthing bike.
Didn't we have like a John Deere tractor trailer or something like that?
No, there was
Dang
no
it.
John Deere tractor trailer. We would have to build one of our own.
But who's to say you can't?
There are a lot of books in there.
Yeah.
The wonder of
Probably,
D&D.
I
Mm-hmm.
mean, if you can build a helicopter, you can build a backhoe.
Right.
I would say so.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, James, lot to think about.
Good.
So much to think about.
Think about it. You got about a week.
It's like if we only knew an artificer that can help us craft something.
No, where
I'm
is
just
she?
wondering where the hell
If
could we
only.
find someone?
Find her.
I just have no clue where we could freaking find one.
If
I can
only.
find her.
Yeah, we need to ask around about her, by the way. That's something we need to put on the docket for next week.
I
'cause
feel like
she came here.
she took one look at Ickerman and just left.
Well, she was like,
Just
nope.
like
But then where did she go? Because she didn't go back to Absolution. What befell her?
Crenshaw probably broke her heart.
Oh.
Or the other way around.
Yeah, it would definitely
That's more
be the other
likely.
way
that's
around.
probably what happened. They ran off.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, thank you for joining us for this episode of Entropy. We'll be back next week. God knows what's going to happen then.
We're going to go fight those vampires on the boardwalk.
I sure hope so.
We got the garlic, right?
I
Yeah.
don't think that helps.
I've got garlic hands.
I don't think that helps in D&D.
Roscoe's just gonna go around slapping vampires with garlic hands.
Is that garlic? That doesn't even hurt me. What are you doing?
Thank you for coming, and we'll see you next week.
We're doomed.
Bye.
We're doomed. Bye.